What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we're not fishing right now. We're sitting in the shop, and this is something I said in the last video that I'm gonna start doing a lot of Tackle Tip Tuesdays. I think it's gonna be good because I'm gonna share some of my knowledge to you guys, and maybe it'll help you guys go out there and catch some more bass. Just a little bitty nooks and tricks that I do, and so we're just gonna dive right into it. This week we're gonna be talking about the drop shot. Big one. Drop shot is a really deadly combo, anywhere from Florida all the way up to New York. So I'm gonna give you guys my rod, my line, my weight, and my hook and my worm. So we're just gonna dive right into it. So right off the rip, guys, like I said, a drop shot is a very, very deadly combo. Pressured fish that are eating, they just eat it all over the country. And mine's pretty simple. So right here we got the Lew's Custom Light. This is actually the drop shot rod itself. And of course I got it paired with the Custom Light. This is a 300. Now, the Custom Light comes in two different sizes, a 2 and a 300. When I'm drop shotting, I like a 300. I feel like I have a lot more grip on them. Especially around heavy cover like grass in Florida, I always throw a 300. Super smooth drag. So my line setup, of course, is 10-pound Contra high vis yellow to an 8-pound Contra fluorocarbon leader. Now this is where you can go a lot of different directions here, and for me, I throw 8-pound from Florida all the way to New York. That's my comfort zone. I don't know, I just feel I never really go up. I really don't feel like there's ever a need for me. Some guys throw 10 and 12 and even 15-pound, but for me it's 8-pound all across the board to a 10-pound Contra high vis yellow braid leader. And the knot I throw, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it, maybe it's the Double Albright. Now I know everybody's, oh, you gotta throw an FG. You don't have to. This knot is simple to tie. The fluorocarbon is actually wrapped by the braid on a Double Albright. There's a bunch of different names for it. It's a Double Albright, Double Uni. I think there's a couple more, but I call it the Double Albright. Cody taught me how to tie it, and ever since then, it's the only knot I tie. Guys, you will not break it off. Knock on wood. I hadn't had any problems out of it. An FG is a great knot. I don't know how to tie it. I've tried, I'll be honest with you guys, it's a lot too much going on for me, so I just keep it simple, Double Albright, and it works. So, okay, so let's dive in to the bait. So this is a 6-inch filler worm, Morning Dawn. Now, another color I really throw a lot is Dingleberry in a 6-inch. Now, those are really the only two colors I throw, and here's why. Dingleberry I throw more pre-spawn, like when they're spawning, sometimes you can't see them or blind pitching around. I really feel like that works. The Dingleberry color, it's a little dark, a little translucent, and when I'm throwing the Morning Dawn, it's summertime, post-spawn, and really, really hot. Those fishes, and it's weird, I've never understood why fish like pink. And I've thought about it. The only thing I can think is when that pink worm gets in the water column, it almost looks like an earthworm. You look at an earthworm in the ground or you pull it out, it's almost pink, a little bit of brown type, but I feel like once that pink worm gets through the water column, it gets really bright. And I feel like that's what they trend to. So, brush piles, anywhere, going down the bank, flipping wood with it, flipping docks with it, it absolutely works. And so here's something that, and Tom brought this up to me because I told him about it, and it kind of really changed the way he fishes a drop shot. So, teardrop tungsten. This is a Strike King teardrop tungsten. Now, this is where the little trick comes in. I don't ever hardly throw a light drop shot weight. I throw two weights, a 3/8 or a half. And here's why. I feel like even if I'm scoping, so let's back up here. If I'm scoping, the fish are suspended, and I pitch that thing on them, and it's flying past their face, and they're gonna go down and eat it, guys. It's more like a reaction bite. So, if one's suspended and you throw a 1/4 ounce on it and it's kind of just floating, taking a sweet time, getting down through the water column, I don't really feel like they tend to bite it. But when that thing flies by their face, it's like a reaction bite. It's like reeling a crankbait by them, or, you know, a bladed jig, or whatever it might be. You know, you're getting a reaction bite with finesse tactics. And that's where, you know, I come into play, where I throw either a 1/2 ounce or a 3/8. Only 2 weights I throw. Even in Florida, I don't ever throw a, you know, a quarter. I'll go down to a 3/8. It's just something that always worked for me. And, you know, I told Tom about it, and he went out there and he was like, dude, it makes perfect sense. And he said I was getting tons more bites, and, you know, I could keep contact with the bottom a lot better and feel those really finesse bites, like when they're just coming up and kind of smooching it and kissing it. You can really feel that with a little heavier weight. And there's another thing too, that you get a lot more casting accuracy. Now what I mean by that, you know, this is probably 8-9 inch leader, and when you're throwing that thing through the air with a 1/4 ounce, you know, it's kind of going all over the place. But when you throw it with a 3/8 or a 1/2, this is how it's flying. It's flying like a bullet. So it allows you to be way more accurate with your cast. And, you know, I can throw this thing underneath the dock as long as, you know, I have room. And, you know, like I said, again, it's part of the accuracy. So, you know, something that I've always done with the weight size, and I just feel like it really works. So I'm curious to see, you know, if some of you guys go out and use this tactic, and, you know, see how it does for you guys. Now, the hook, this is a Owner Cover Shot 2-aught. It's the only hook I throw on a drop shot, only hook. I think this is the baddest hook on the market. I mean, it sets in the worm perfectly. I don't know if you guys can see it very well. But that hook, guys, I mean, it's a bad dude. And there's also a Cover Shot 2-aught HD, stands for heavy duty. And when I'm in Florida fishing grass, or anywhere fishing grass, that's when I'll switch to the heavy duty. You know, it's a little more heavier wire of a hook. Just a regular 2-aught open water, outstanding. Absolutely gaffs them. You know, I hardly ever lose them on it. When they eat it, and you gotta have pliers to get it out. So, you know, that's another key feature for me, is the Owner 2-aught Cover Shot, guys. I mean, it's just one killer setup. And, you know, back to the rod, you know, this is the Lew's Custom Light. This is a 6.9 medium light, action, fast. And, you know, this is the typical, you know, this is what we call the drop shot rod. It says it right here. Now, this is a great rod. And here's where I'll go to something different. If I'm fishing open water, no cover around, I'm throwing the 6.9 drop shot rod Custom Light. But if not, if I'm fishing grass, or, you know, I'm flipping boat docks with a drop shot, or in the wood, I'm gonna go to a 7-foot medium power finesse rod. Still a Custom Light. It's just got a little more backbone. You can winch those fish out of there if you need to. But like open water, like I said, the 6.9 medium light, guys, absolutely killer. Love this setup. And, you know, a drop shot, everybody's, you know, the hot topic is, you know, forward facing sonar. Guys, you don't have to have forward facing sonar to catch them on a drop shot. You know, this bait it gets thrown all across the country, and everybody thinks you got to have forward facing sonar for it. You do not have to. Like I said, you can flip boat docks with it, you can flip trees with it, whatever you want to do. And sometimes I'll even throw it on a bait caster. Certain scenarios, though, not many. But, you know, like I said, you can take this bait all across the country without live scope. So don't even worry about live scope. You can still catch them on it. And it's just a killer tactic, guys. And like I said, my line, you know, this is 10-pound Contra High Vis Yellow. You can see it right here. And my leader is 8-pound Contra fluorocarbon. You know, keeping it pretty simple, guys. It's just a tactic that I take everywhere. It's always tied on my front deck from January, you know, all the way to December. And it just works, guys. And I really hope that, you know, some of these tactics help you, you know, little tips and tricks. I'm curious to see, drop a comment if you guys take a drop shot out and catch a couple bass on it, because I'll be curious to see. And let me know what you guys, what line you throw, you know, what's your little tips and tricks on it. Drop a comment, guys. You know, I just really, I want to share some of my knowledge. I'm not saying I have a lot, but, you know, I feel like, you know, with a spinning rod, this is my cup of tea, this is my forte. So, I hope this helps, guys. And, hey, next video, next Tackle Tip Tuesday, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but we're gonna do another spinning rod, that's for sure. Hey guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Make sure to subscribe, Like I said, leave a comment, leave a like, turn that notification bell on, because we're going to start doing this every single Tuesday. So hope y'all have a great day, and we'll catch you on the next one.